Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am in Tom Brown Park in Tallahassee, and it is really nice here. I was able to get a lot of house chores done. Essentially, I had to remove Rain-X off of my window because I was dashing in the sun right around 5, 6 o'clock when the sun is setting. It hits the window at just the wrong angle, and the whole window went white, and I could not see anything. So I was like, oh no, so I turned to a different angle and was able to see, but that's a major occupational hazard right there, door dashing and not being able to see out your window. So, Rain-X, what's with that? Yeah. Ugh. But today I am gonna crack into some canned meat. Canned meat. So we have Spam, which is what I've done before, right? But what I never did before was this corned beef I got, I think at Aldi's. No, I got this at Aldi's. I remember now. I hate being, my goodness, as soon as I hit 50, short-term memory is just crazy, I tell you what. But yeah, so I got this at Aldi's. Brookdale, that's got to be Aldi's. I'm going to crack this open and we're going to chop this up. I'm going to do some meal prep, right? Because I'm not going to eat this whole, how many is this? 12 ounces. I'm gonna cut this in like thirds, right? I'll do a third today, and I'll have a third maybe tomorrow and the next day, right? 3 days in a row. As I'll probably what I have here are like this huge bin of rice, and I've got an even bigger bin of rice in my trunk because I bought 20 pounds of rice. And oh, here's a tip: make sure you get pre-washed rice because if you don't get your rice pre-washed, you use a lot of water. Um, Taking out all the starch. But if you don't mind the starch, if you always have a hankering for starchy things, like you just like a lot of bread or a lot of potatoes, maybe you do like a lot of starch, right? Although that will lead to diabetes in the future and some serious weight gain because your body kind of records how much starch you normally eat and requires that amount over time. So if you don't eat starch in a while, you'll start jonesing for more starch. And so when you eat, your body will make you eat more. Uh, for instance, rice. Okay, so I've got my pot. Got a nice heaping 1/3 cup of rice. Next, what I'm gonna do is just eyeball it. Natural flame here. Some propane. Lid. All right, so I got that started, and once that boils, I'm actually gonna turn it off. So I don't want the lunch meat one. I want the corned beef one. So we're gonna actually prep this next. Step 1, chill the can before opening. Step 2, punch a hole in the can on the top to release the vacuum. Step 3, twist in a clockwise direction. Read the directions. Let's see here. I don't want to mess my thing up. We're going to chill this for a couple of minutes while we wait. My guess is we're chilling it so that there's not a lot of mess when we open the can. But with the Spam, what I do, or even chopped meat, right, when I chop it, is I'll put this down. I'll put like a paper towel down, and then the mess will go like into the paper towel instead of my cutting board. But I'm really curious to know what that corned beef tastes like. I saw that like canned meat. How's my upload coming? 6%. So Mint and T-Mobile or whatnot, they're doing unlimited data uploads. So I'm sorry, like unlimited data. And I'm trying to figure out, is it now viable, right? I'm not sure. So I'm thinking ultimately what's going to happen is a lot of us are going to go to satellite like Starlink, and it's going to affect them, right? Because they've been crying, oh, these data suckers are using up all the data. But that's just BS. Every one of us is using one 4K video is going to use up an entire allotment per month. It's BS. Whatever they're telling the government is total bullshit. And yeah. satellite's going to solve that problem, I think, or they're going to just make and milk the people for the satellite tech. So who knows what's going to happen. At first they did unlimited, truly unlimited data, but then they started capping everything. So I'm excited to see this change that T-Mobile did. So we'll see how the uploads go. Like I'm going to start uploading using my service, and hopefully they're just throttling it and it's truly unlimited now. But and then I'll keep the plan. Otherwise, I'm spending so much money. I think that it'd be cheaper for me to kick down to a budget, not an unlimited plan, but a limited plan because it's limited anyway. After 2 gigs, they start throttling you. Even if it's unlimited at 2 gigs, they start throttling you. Um, so now we got that boiling. I'm going to turn that way down to a simmer. Way down to a simmer. Even more. Okay, so because I'm doing fried rice today, I don't always do this, but I'm going to add turmeric. It adds color. It's not like an Asian fried rice. It's just like I don't know what you would call that, like a, oh, I love the smell of turmeric. Oh, it's so good. And then I'm going to add, I'm making this like a fried rice kind of thing where in the end, once the water is gone, I'm going to add the meat in there. But for right now, I want these flavors to go into the rice. So if you like this sort of thing, maybe try it. If not, a lot of people like just plain old bland white rice with soy sauce or just white rice, right? That's not what I'm making today. I'm making like Uncle Ben's and stuff like that. Those uh, rice packets that you can get, like Mexican, you can get broccoli cheese. This is just a homegrown kind of thing, flavored rice. Turmeric makes the rice very vibrant. I don't know, like a golden brown kind of color. And the ginger powder I added also adds like a whole bunch of flavor throughout. It's not like if you use pickled ginger slices or diced, every once in a while you get a bite. But if you put the powdered ginger in, it's ubiquitous. It's in every flavor. It's in every little bite. So this is good. Yeah, let me turn this down. That's good. Clockwise with the can upside down. Yep, it's working. Oh yeah, and me. Okay. Now for the satisfying. Oh, that looks like cat food. Okay, so there's no divvying this up. This is not sliceable. Okay, maybe it's because they wanted it even more chilled. Here. Wow, this is like not very good. Spam is so much better. Okay, so what this is going to turn into now is unless you know like a better way, maybe there's something I'm doing wrong, right? But for right now, that is gross. Yuck. I'm gonna eat it anyway. I'll just cook it really good. So I've got another frying pan here. Yeah, I don't know if I want to eat that much protein. Oh my lord, that is like a lot of weight here. So what I'm gonna do is just dump some of it in there. I have no idea what that is, or like we could slice it, but it's just not what I had imagined. So I guess that's on me. All right, I've got a bunch of carrots I need to add in there to get rid of them. Yeah, they're getting to the point where I need to either, maybe that's brown right there. I'm gonna throw this out too. It's probably been like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks on the carrots, so that's all I got my money's worth out of them. And then I know I have onions too. I'm just gonna dump in here and finish those off. So I did meal prep a long time ago. This is the end of it. So nice. All right, so my onions are all done. I need more. Okay, and now we're ready to start that. I'm gonna quick brown the meat, and then after the meat's all browned up, I'm gonna hope that the rice is done, or if not, I'll just turn the meat off and then we'll finalize this quick little stir fry. I can't, oh my goodness, the aroma of the turmeric really hits the spot. Mm. I'm gonna add some, let's see here, this is my extra virgin olive oil for some sizzle. And I'm done with the grapeseed oil. Finally finished that. I'm gonna take a break from grapeseed oil. And I'm gonna switch to olive oil for a while. It looks like the price of olive oil has come down a bit, and the price of grapeseed oil has come down a lot. But you see, when you cook the grapeseed oil, something changes in it, in its chemical compound that your body doesn't like. So I don't know. Why would they put pasta in with orange beef? I mean, it looked like pasta. Oh, I don't know. I'm excited though. I want to try it. Corned beef, canned corned beef. I don't know. Everything Aldi sells is pretty decent. They've never let me down yet, but there's always a first. We're running out of oil, so what I'm gonna do next is add a little bit of water, loosen the pan up, and get some steam going in there to basically sterilize any germs that might have been on the meat, on my spatula. Yeah, it reminds me of chopped meat a little bit. I'm gonna throw that uncooked portion out. I just chucked it in the garbage. So the rice has been cooking for at least 15 minutes, right? Which means the meat has been cooking for like 3 or 4 minutes, 5. But any sort of canned meat, you want to make sure it's fully cooked. You definitely don't want to be tearing into uncooked canned meat. There's probably a lot of bacteria in here. Oh. Yeah, I do have some more water in here. Go ahead and see if I can stir this up a bit. Wow, that does look good. Look at how much rice that is now. So that's a third cup, man. Wow, that is a lot of rice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish that off. And we're almost ready to eat. I think we're far enough along on this where I'm willing to taste it. So wish me luck. I'm going in for a taste. Okay. Oh, they're behind us. I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. I'm regretting it's not Spam. I won't buy it again. I'll eat it though. You get a water later. I'm gonna need that. Oh boy. If you don't see any new videos for the next couple days, you know I've been laid up with the shits. I went up Shit's Creek. Very good. Ciao. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is get my delicious, at least I have the rice. Oh yeah, look at that. We have our rice. And it just dropped. And we have a lot of meat, which I'm not that fond of. Maybe I just want to pour some meat in here because it's going to ruin the rice. I guess if you like corned beef, but it doesn't taste like corned beef, so it tastes like canned meat. It tastes like a variant of, oh wow, my screen protector's cracked. That's new. It's the 4th screen I put on my Surface Pro. 4 screens so far. My goodness, I'm a klutz. All right, I'm gonna say a quick race and then we'll get into this. Oh, okay, I guess I kept it running. All right, here we go. Carrots are good. I like the rice. Onions are good. I don't want to say it's an epic failure. I don't want to say it. It's not as bad as the redheads. It does. It smells a little bit like spam. My body's expecting it to taste like spam, but it doesn't taste like spam. It tastes like someone processed spam and tried to alter its flavor to that of corned beef and failed. Not miserably, they just didn't do a good job. And I season the meat. Some flavor. It's pretty bland. It's not like pow. Like corned beef is supposed to pow. Like it's got a flavor. Now it just like tastes like spam. Oh, a waffle sauce. Mm-hmm. It's better with the soy sauce. It was a flavor that this was missing. But it's chili infused soy sauce. So with Romer's panels off, I find I have to park under the shade. I can't park in the sun. I'll burn. It gets so hot in here, it's unbearable. So the solar panels helped absorb all of that. So my next move would be get sticky panel tape, sticky something with a radiant barrier, like the aluminum fireplace stuff, or tiles, or even tropical paint that reflects most of this radiation. There's too much radiation, the car just sops it all up and bakes this inside here. The sun just came out over the clouds, and I'm in the shade and I'm still getting a little warm. On a cool day, it's only like 60 degrees. That's too salty. today's a big day for Romer. We're going to check the oil level. So, then what else? I'll show you all the work I did to him. But yeah, I used my access garage where all my tools are, and I did a bunch of work. But what we want to do now is make sure that I'm not leaking antifreeze somewhere. Like, let's say a head gasket was a little bit blown or weakened, your coolant levels will over time go down inexplicably. Like, if you don't have a leak anymore and all of that, then and your coolant levels are still going down, it means it's going out the exhaust pipe. So that's a good early warning. Or worse, it could be going into engine oil. So we're going to look at all that today. It was never doing that before. My expectation is we got full engine coolant today, and we have a full oil dipstick. So anything other than that, we'll be planning. Like if I wanted to keep Romer, I'd have to order an engine at some point. I mean, probably could go another 10,000 miles like that. If. That's an if. I don't know yet. But we're going to find out today. Long and steady. Yeah. All right, so we got this done. Let's see here. Put away. Ooh, one more. I guess I brought you back too soon, huh? Pretty sure we can get this cleaned up real quick. See, when the paper is clean, when you give it a good wipe, then you know the process is complete. Yeah, this pot cleans up easy because it's so small. And then we're going to go out and check the fluid levels for the coolant and the engine oil or motor oil. I guess some of the EV owners are trying to take over the moniker for motor versus engine, right? If it's an ICE, internal combustion engine, versus a motor, right? They're like, oh, well, that's a motor, not an engine. And that's an engine, not a motor. It's just like, no. An engine is an engine. And it's, what is that called? A motor is a motor. So, not all engines, well, not all motors are engines, right? Because you have an electric motor, but it's not an electric engine, in my opinion. But the motor in my car is an engine. The gas engine. Yeah, because it's got moving parts, right? Like pistons and things like that. It's an engine. A motor isn't seen to have many moving parts other than the rotor or the stator, depending on the config. Like a crankshaft or anything like that. Other connecting rods and things like that. That complex. The fact that it's that complex, in my opinion, is what makes it an engine. All right, so That's drying. That's dried. I think this is all good enough for now. Where are we at as far as percentage? We're at 14% uploaded. They probably already capped it to where it would take a year to upload it. All right, let's go ahead and pop the hood and see what we got. Here we go. All right, like I said, I did a lot of work on this. I replaced the oil cooler and I replaced the radiator. And the car's been sitting for quite a while now, so we should be able to get a good read on the level of antifreeze, which should be very high, which is right there. Good. So that checks out. And now the oil. Okay. So the oil is, these things are so hard to read. The oil is presently safe, but it used a little bit of oil. Okay, so this is the oil filter, and down in the base there in the V, there would be pools of oil, and I'm not seeing any pools of oil from here. So I think we're probably good for now. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's shiny. There's a little glimmer of aluminum I can see, which would be covered in oil. When that thing breaks, the whole valley fills with oil, engine oil. But I want to say half a quart low. That means that the oil rings are showing their age. So I'm halfway through the oil cycle on this one. So unless I see leaking oil somewhere underneath the car, okay, essentially what I'm going to do now is use the tripod and I'm going to stick the camera underneath the car and make sure there's no oil dripping down anywhere. All right, guys, so it looks like all the work that I did to it stayed put. The oil cooler is not leaking. The oil pan isn't leaking. The car still needs to be cleaned a little bit underneath there, but other than that, I think like maybe a half a quart every 3,000 miles, right? It's almost 100,000 miles on the car right now, so I mean that's okay as long as I don't let it go down too low, which I won't. Everything should be fine. I mean, or yeah, not. But yeah, it uses half quarter oil. It's been 3,000 miles. I would have liked to see it all the way full, honestly, but that didn't happen. But it's not leaking anywhere else, which is the most important thing. It's going out through the exhaust is what's happening. So, and the color of the oil too is pretty light for having 3,000 miles on it. It's synthetic. I always run synthetic oil in here. You know, gonna button them up. There you go. All right, we can finish the cleanup. That's a Rain-X bottle. Oh, Rain-X. What a waste of money. I was kind of hoping it would keep everything like not foggy, but oh well. Oh yeah. Bro is attacking my flip-flop. I'm way over here, man. Wow. So the even after washing the windshield, you can still kind of see the haze on it. Ay, ay, ay. I'll do more tomorrow. Hey guys, I'm back. It's been a long, relaxing day here. I am going to head out and start dashing, so I guess I will catch up with you afterwards. For right now, here's a view of what it's like getting out of here. Parking block. Oh my gosh, I could barely see. See what I gotta deal with? Ay, ay, ay. Right next. I think one more wash and I'll have this all off. Alright, it's 10 something, like 10:15 or so, and I just pulled into Cracker Barrel for the night. Kinda hungry, but I don't really want to eat much. I mean, cereal. No, what do I want? I mean, I think ramen would kind of be too much. Yeah. Oh wow, that's not even close to being level. But that's okay, because do this. It's just grilled cheese. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. I know I had an alright day. I had a restful day. A horrible dash experience today. I don't know if I should even share it though. It's horrible. At a Checkers restaurant in Tallahassee, where side of the drive-thru set up for pickups, but then the opposite side of the restaurant is also a drive-thru, and they gave that lane to the dashers to pick their orders up. The only thing is it's on the wrong side of the car, right? So I walk up. I literally park the car. I walk up, and this same dude's like, "Oh, well, you need to go through the drive-thru, the dasher drive-thru." And I was like, "Okay, no problem," because I'm new to the area, right? I didn't know. Normally, you can't go up to the window. It even says it in the dasher app. Go up to the window or the drive-thru. You choose. But I went through the window, to the drive-through for the on the opposite side and leaned in. And I was like, "Yeah, I've got two orders to pick up." And he gave me the first order after like a 5 minute wait, and then he got mad that I had to take a photo. He's like, "Oh, you taking a photo now?" And I was like, "I have to. Dash, it's telling me to take a photo." He's like, "Well, then you could do this all yourself." And he just left the food inside the window, part of it in the window, and the other part like outside on the stainless steel thing. And I was like, "Bro, just hand me the other order." He goes, "Yeah, I'll hand it to you, and I'll leave," or something like that. He got mad. He goes, "You gotta take photos now? Are you kidding me?" Right? He caught this huge attitude. You can't pick up the order without taking the photo. But he didn't understand that. If he just got flat out angry, and so I was just like, "Yeah, yo, I have to take the order, pick up the order." I had already started the process of picking up the second one when he caught the attitude and he closed the window on me with the drink still in the window. I was like, "Bro, give me the drink." He's like, "No." He goes, "You take your photo and you get out your car and you go get it yourself." And I was just like, "What did you just say?" And I was like, "Bro, this is your job. You need to do your job. My job is delivering the orders. Yours is prepping them and handing them over to me." And he copped this huge attitude, and I was just taken aback. I was like, "Either you hand me that order or I'm calling corporate on your bottom," right? He goes, "You call whoever you want to call." And I was like, "All right, that's fine." So I started calling Bing, and then another worker came over and handed me the drink. I was like, "I cannot believe that employee is doing that." Yeah, I thought so. Ooh, what? Sandwich. Better turn that down. So yeah, I mean, that was just crazy. Totally crazy. But that had never happened before. Let me say a quick race and then yeah. So I leaned over from one seat to the other doing the Rain-X removal off my window today, and I leaned into the chair, the passenger chair, and I heard a crack. I think I cracked one of my ribs. Like it was weird. It could have been like something in the seat that cracked, but all I know is like I have pain. Like I wonder if the rib was cracked though. Every time I touch it, it would hurt. I have a cracked rib and me doing this. Oh, it's sore, but I don't think it's cracked. I heard a crack, so I disconnected the Lifetime 40 amp charger because what was happening is I was using like maybe 2 or 3% of the battery, and then I'd wake up in the morning, that'd be like what 97%, and it would run a charging cycle on the battery. Well, the index kept going up, like charging cycles, number of cycles on the battery are going up, and I was like, I'm at third. I started from on solar. I started at uh 4 months. It stayed at like 1 or 2, right? And then I got this thing, and it kept going down and up. So I don't know if it how or why, but it's triggering the counter for cycles. So I don't want to overuse the charger. So what I plan to do is manually plug it back in when it gets to like 40%. Let's see here. Where might I find that? There you go. Let me show you. backwards or whatnot. So that was just one or two for a long time, and now it's at 13 and it's climbing. So my battery is at 86% now, and tomorrow morning when I wake up, it'll be like 84, and that's fine. And then like I'm gonna like use it all day for a couple of days, and then I'll plug it in, and when I DoorDash, it'll charge up. I don't want to keep the battery topped off, is what I'm saying. And with solar, I could. It wasn't tripping the cycle index at all. But there's something that this lifetime charger is doing to that battery where it knows it's cycling. And I don't really want it to cycle. I want to just go through the motions like it's a car battery, right? A gas tank in a car, too, where you use it, it depletes, and we recharge it like you plug it in. This business of just constantly keeping the battery topped off is not something that I'm wanting to do. Only because there's really no need for it, right? I only use 2% in a day. It would take me quite a many days to deplete that down all the way to where I need to charge it. So I have time. And then what I'll do is like maybe, I don't know, what day is today? Tuesday? Maybe by Thursday or Friday I'll plug it in. The hotter it gets, though, the more electricity the fridge will use. It was a nice day today, and I had the windows cracked a little bit. So, yeah, so you need to watch out for that. You don't want to be cycling your lithium iron phosphate batteries very often. You can avoid it. I don't know. I don't know that a lot of batteries even have the Bluetooth access. But yeah, I mean, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. It was fun. Well, I don't know. I hope you guys have a great night. If I don't know what time of day you're watching this, but I just hope you have a great day. All right, guys, I'm going to head off to bed and start my day tomorrow. You know, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. See you later. Bye.